Hey Rust, are you ready to die?
Oh, hell yeah! This is a $50,000 laser rust remover machine.
Oh my God.
That one will kill you.
But is this laser really the best way to remove rust off your tools and parts? Today, we're gonna test a bunch of methods to find out.
Oh my God, look at that. It's working.
Let's go.
Big ol' thank you to eBay Motors for sponsoring today's video.
Hey Joe, what you doing?
Oh, I'm just messing around with this universal gator grip socket to see how universal it really is. By the way, did you know that eBay Motors is one of the only websites where you can buy parts, cars, and tools all in one place? I'm gonna go try to work on something.
You'll see us using a whole bunch of tools this season, and thanks to eBay Motors, we'll have links in the description below so you can buy the exact tools we use on this show. And if the tools you get aren't a perfect fit, eBay Motors has an awesome money-back guarantee, which means you'll either get what you ordered or your money back. It's that simple. Well, Joe, how universal is it?
Check it out, it even works on this bike. Now, show eBay Motors some support by clicking the link in the description below to shop tools and a whole lot more, including donut merch, which is now also available on eBay.
All right, guys, I'm taking a half day. I'll see you later.
Okay, well, hold on. No, don't take that bike. No, no!
My sweet baby boy. Here, I can fix that.
Now, before we get to the laser, Joe, we gotta talk about rust. So what is this stuff, huh?
Oh, rust is a cancer like no other. I hate rust so much, that's why I moved to Southern California.
Yeah, we don't have it here.
Yeah,
we had to ship these tools in from the south.
So today we've got some rusty tools here that we're gonna try to unrust using 5 different methods.
From bare bones wire brush up to a $50,000 laser.
Insane.
So our first method is using abrasion and some muscle, AKA elbow grease.
Good thing I'm here, dude.
How about we start off with, I don't know, probably the cheapest of this.
Ah, my toothbrush.
So we'll test our wrench. You can tell that there's some pitting, which is irreversible. That's the problem with rust. Once it starts pitting and taking away that iron, it's gone forever. You're never putting it back. But we can clean this surface stuff up.
How's that feel?
Sometimes you gotta wet it a little. Well, we're lubing it up.
I did not see that coming, sir.
I know. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, use some Scotch-Brite. You're getting a fingy workout.
Oh yeah, dude, but luckily, I got strong fingers.
Oh.
You know, I think the brush did a better job of getting into the kind of pits.
Yeah.
But the pad did a nice job overall.
So let's use the most aggressive form.
Yeah, we got a power tool here.
And your finger can just last all day long.
Well, I'll be a baby's bottom.
Yeah, that's not too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that it really didn't do much better than just the bristle brush. We also did get a little bit of damage.
Look at that. We did what, maybe 7 minutes of work? We went from this to that.
Much better.
Yeah.
But also, I think that we could probably get a better result. Let's turn up the abrasion, turn down the grease. Media blasting.
Heck yeah, man.
We got ourselves a little media blasting setup for about $70 altogether. It's $35 for the media blaster itself, and then about 30 bucks for the media. You do need a pretty good compressor, but if you have one, this is a great way to remove rust or paint or pretty much anything that's on top of a metal surface. You can use a lot of different types of media that suit the thing that you're blasting best. So today we've got a glass bead, basically a sand, and that's gonna be one of the most aggressive. We got some sand in the tank. We got some air in the tank over there.
We're ready to rock.
Let's do it, let's see how this goes.
Nice box.
Thanks, man. Everybody says that to me. Oh my God, look at that. It's working. It's working.
Well, that's pretty good, Joe.
Yeah, not too bad after just a couple minutes and very light effort.
And it's getting down to the bare metal, another positive thing when
it's
using a
a
sandblaster.
whole step further, I would say. It just is a little bit messy.
You did that for maybe 2 minutes.
It's true.
And look at this.
There's sand everywhere. Yeah, but you can do that without sand, dude. I've seen it. All right, Jerry, well, you did a great job media blasting that big old wrench. Tell us about how it looks.
so far it's done the best job.
Yes, easily.
This is
That's
one
what
side.
we did with the wire wheels and the steel wool.
You still have pits in here. You still have black oxide there.
This
Right.
side,
This
that's
side.
fresh.
That's fresh steel.
More expensive than the other methods, but not bad at about $70. It does make a mess, however.
Makes a complete mess.
All right, now let's see how our next method does. Chemical. All right, Jerry, so what do we do if we got some rust, but we don't feel like scrubbing at it?
You just want to set it and forget it,
Yeah.
right? Well, luckily, there's some smart guys out there who made some chemical like a CLR.
What's that stand for?
Calcium, lime, and rust.
Now, CLR, I remember seeing the infomercials.
Yeah.
They make some claims.
They make some claims.
CLR works all over the house. It's guaranteed or your money back.
This says you only need to let it sit for 2 minutes, which seems insane.
2 minutes.
So we're just gonna drench this wrench.
Drench the wrench.
I gotta tell you, Jerry, I'm skeptical. I think at best it's gonna do okay with this surface rust on the braking face of the rotor.
Well, let's put it in there.
Oh, and we've got this thing.
Yeah, so we found this at the racetrack. I don't know what it is. If you can identify what this is,
Yeah, I would like to know.
leave a comment down below. There's 2 of them that we found next to a differential. Take a good look.
I thought you were farting. It's that.
No, it's
It smells
that, yeah.
terrible. Because then I was like, wait, or did I fart?
Ooh, yeah, it is kind of farty, dude. Okay, and let's wait 2 minutes. There you go.
Can you do one more where it's not so weird?
Yeah, let's let this sit for 2 minutes and see
That's
what happens.
120 seconds.
2 minutes.
2,
3.
Okay,
Wait,
now
let's wait 2 minutes. Okay, now let's wait 2 minutes.
It's been more than 2 minutes by the way.
That's it. Pull this thing out.
Wow!
Yeah, we got some surface rust that's kind of come
Yeah.
off there.
Better than I expected.
Well, I'll be darned tootin'. Shall we do a wipe?
Yeah, give me a wipe.
Ooh, this is like a Bounty commercial.
Wow! Fresh metal, old rust. On the back side, we've got a little bit more pitting. It made it better, but you can see we've got clean, 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 and then the pitting starts. It didn't manage to do much about that. Now, this was definitely the worst rusted bit.
Okay. I mean, obviously rust is coming off. We're
Yeah,
just
sure.
wiping it off. Like compared to this.
Well, yeah, and I think that is the difference between the deeper rust
Right.
and the more surface level stuff.
Right.
Another nice thing about the chemicals, especially on something like this, we've got all these little textures, the grooves here.
Right.
That's a lot harder to get into with
a
you know,
wire
a wire
wheel.
wheel,
Yep.
but the chemicals get in everywhere. All right, now, should we kick this up a notch?
Yeah, I think we should. I think maybe adding a little bit of mechanical advantage to chemical would be like the perfect mix.
Like the best of both worlds. All right, Jerry, what the heck is this thing?
This is a digital ultrasonic cleaner.
Whoa, that sounds fancy.
Yeah, so ultrasonic means that it uses high frequency sound waves, ultrasound, to create small little bubbles or cavitations. And when those bubbles pop, they disrupt the surface of the part and they clean it.
All right, now how much does this little puppy cost?
This thing was about 200 bucks. This is a bigger one. Pretty much anything that can fit inside you can clean. Instead of filling the entire tank, cool little trick what you can do is get some sort of glass jar and just fill the glass jar with your solution and then fill this with water.
Way cheaper.
So you can have all sorts of different chemicals, different parts in this running at the same time.
Rust doesn't stand a chance.
It doesn't. 10 minutes. 3, 2, 1.
Wow, it sounds awful.
Whoa.
Whoa, that looks grosser, which means it must have worked.
Oh, it's really hot. It's 140 degrees.
I smell that fart juice.
I smell this juice. Whoa!
Dang!
That's pretty dang good, man.
That's really dang good. That's a bunch of small cracks and crevices that are kind of tough to get into. And that's like turned it back to black for the most part.
I don't see a ton of negatives with this.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It smells bad.
And not all chemicals are environmentally safe or friendly.
That's true.
CLR is.
But some you have to dispose of accordingly, you know, take it to a place that actually disposes of that stuff. Either way, when you start using any chemicals, you're signing up to deal with the chemicals once you're done with them.
Right.
What's next?
Well, next we're gonna use some electricity.
Ooh, laser time?
No.
Okay, well then what is this?
We have an electrolysis setup.
Sick.
We got a couple of things going on in here. The first is we have a tank full of water, and in this tank we have sodium bicarbonate, which is also baking soda. That allows for current to flow through this whole system. So we have a little simple setup here. We have a battery tender.
My grandpa's old battery charger.
Yeah, Joe brought this all the way from Ohio. We have copper wire, which is a good conductor of electricity and current. We've wrapped them all so they're all getting very good contact with our battery source. And then we have it clamped on over here, positive, negative. And when you put current through water, it splits water into hydrogen and oxygen. Whoa. So on this side, we have oxygen, which is bubbling up on this. And on this side, we have hydrogen gas, which is bubbling up. That hydrogen gas is reacting with this metal on this wrench and it's pulling the rust off. We've been running this thing for about 24 hours now. Yeah. So we're gonna pull it out and see what it looks like.
Well, Jerry, this is a pretty cool setup, I can't lie.
Jerry and Job, the science guys. Jerry and Joe, the science tool guys. Tools. Whoa. Well, that looks pretty freaking good.
That's a fresh rotor, dude. Interesting markings left behind from the rust.
Because it's a chemical reaction, changes the color of it, but all that can be cleaned up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like rust, and that's what's important here. And honestly, I would say this is way cheaper than like the ultrasonic cleaner.
Right.
Because you probably have a battery charger at home. You probably have a tub. It doesn't have to be a fish tank.
It could be a 5-gallon bucket.
And it's cool as hell.
I mean, your mom comes in seeing this, she's gonna be like, uh-oh, I got another Unabomber.
Okay, is it laser time?
Oh my God, Joe. It's laser time! You may have seen on Instagram a bunch of people rust removing parts with a laser. Well, we came to the source of these lasers to test it for ourselves. The way these machines work is pretty interesting. They use lasers to heat up the contaminants on the surface of the part, and these machines can control how abrasive they are depending on the amount of rust or contaminants that you're trying to remove. I also have Justin here because Job has diarrhea. He doesn't want to talk apparently.
Unfortunately, we don't get to play with it, but
yeah, we're not certified in this, so we're gonna have a technician come, but we'll be over here oohing and aahing and looking cool as hell, dude.
So first, we're gonna start with this 200-watt pulse laser, which is less abrasive, and then we're gonna switch over to the 1500-watt continuous laser, which should be way more powerful, and it's just gonna wipe all this stuff right out.
It's gonna rip it apart.
Prepare for some laser violence.
Yeah, later rust, you
Goodbye. Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, dude, it's smoking it. It smells good. Can I touch that metal? Is it hot?
Oh, wow, what? Wow.
Oh, nice and smooth.
I'm excited to see what it does to this thick rust. Because that, you know, that nice sheet metal rust is one thing, but this is what most people deal with.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's brand new. You can resell that thing. Woo, woo.
Yeah, that's all brake dust.
That's enough fun and games with this little baby 200-watt thing. Let's get to the 1500 continuous laser. Let's have some real fun.
Ready?
Let's
go.
do it.
Let's do it. Oh, dude, he's far back. Oh, hell yeah.
Now that's cool.
Oh, dude, you can feel the heat coming out of it.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
That one will kill you.
Yeah, dude. Dude.
That was cool as hell. That one gets warm.
Yeah, that one gets a little warm. But dude, see all the scaling that it took off?
Who needs to get their rotors turned?
Dude, that's amazing. All right, we saved our rustiest wrenches and this thing, which we don't know what it is, but if you can tell us in the comments, that'd be great. Clean the floor. Dude, heck yeah. All right, cool, let's try this one. Dude, that was great.
Holy crap. Oh, wow. Oh, that looks brand new.
Dude, it's like kicking it off.
It got in the teeth and everything.
Oh, dude, that's amazing. You know, obviously with an intricate part like this, there are little small gaps and spaces, and to do that with a more traditional method like a wire wheel would be almost impossible because you physically can't get down in between those small nooks and crannies. But you know what can get down there? Light. Dude, just
toasting that paint.
Mesmerizing. You just keep looking at it, which is why you need these.
All right, Jerry, so it looked like the laser was pretty dang cool, but that's not really reasonable for anybody trying to de-rust their car parts.
Right, it's more of a service where a shop will buy that.
Let's go over the methods that we went through that you could actually do at your house.
Right, so cheapest, just takes a little bit of muscle, is just using elbow grease.
Far and away the worst that we tested today.
Right, yeah, it doesn't nearly do as good of a job or as quick as a job as some of these other ones.
right.
We're lazy bums.
That's the truth.
Unless you have a proper sandblast setup, the way we sandblast it, absolute mess.
Oh, huge mess.
It works really, really good.
It's true. But the thing about a sandblaster or a media blaster that stands out to me is that you aren't beholden to the size of your tank. It can do big things because you're just out there spraying. You can do a whole car if you want. You can do the frame of a car.
Right.
But if you're doing smaller stuff, I mean, the ultrasonic and the CLR, sick.
Great, really fast. It costs a little bit of money, but you can do all sorts of parts. It's not just rust remover. If you got a gunked up carb, you can
And you don't have to take the carb apart.
Right, which is awesome. All very cool technologies to remove rust.
True.
You know what? We're all just fighting entropy, Job.
That's right. We're all oxidized.
And we're all just falling apart, and we're trying to prevent Mother Nature from just breaking us down.
That's right. And luckily now we've got a bunch of ways to do it.
That's right. We can fight back Mother Nature with science.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, don't say that.
No, I love Mother Nature.
Yeah, Mother Nature,
You also
yeah.
give us life.
We just got our new Buff Horses Club tees in. They're super high quality and 100% cotton. Jeremiah already pulled an entire motorcycle engine wearing it, so you know it's been tested. Go get yours today at donutmedia.com.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see us continue on with this show, put a comment down below. Leave some other tools that you want to see us test.
Yeah, please give us some more ideas.
Yeah, we love making the show. It's one of the best parts of my job. I love being here with all these guys. These guys right here.
I love you.
These guys. Yeah.
No, he meant to say and me.
And
He
you.
likes me, I swear.
I do, I really do. Follow us on Instagram at Zach Job, at Jeremiah Burton, and of course follow us at Donut Media.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the future.